This is the Ning site that I created for my school plant class. Um, Much like Blackboard, where you can go in and either archive or revise your shells, I do basically the same thing. This class I teach once a year in the fall. I will keep it live until just before the next time it's used, and then I'll archive everything that's in it and then refresh it and make sure it's current and relevant for anything that may have gone on since the previous time this class was taught. But what I wanted to do real quickly is show you how I've integrated the other various digital resources. We'll first go into course materials, and you see that you can have drop-down menus. And as far as a calendar goes, I have created an activity calendar using Google, and it's in the form of a table. Everything's linked. Click on any of these things. It could take you back to the Ning site, could take you to some individual descriptions for particular assignments. Uh, Try to integrate everything as much as I can to go back and forth and not be so cumbersome because I do have so many registrations. Let's go back into the Ning site. You also notice that I have an online text that's free for my students that love the fact that we're using digital media as well. I'm able to load this as a PDF. Um, we do a safety school audit. Again, I've loaded it into a Google Doc, and they can download it and fill it out on their own. And of course, we've got the syllabus as well. And the really nice thing about having these encompassed in Google Docs is the fact that access to my syllabus has instant access to all the changes. And then if you look here, I've got some other things uh, for them to use, the Google Docs that takes you to the page for sign up, and then Screencast-O-Matic, which is what we're actually watching, is a video created with Screencast. And that's what it looks like. You click here, it starts your recording. When it's done, you get a 15-minute video. You can upload it to YouTube, which is the next thing I have on here. And in YouTube, I've created a channel and some of my tutorials for my classes. So when we load videos into Facebook.
This is a updated tutorial on how to load a video.
I have several of these. Anytime I'm asked the same question by two different students twice, I go in and I create a real quick tutorial and then load it up to the channel. Everybody has access to it then. InGrade is a product that I discovered. It was the last thing that prevented me from leaving Blackboard 3 years back was having access to an online gradebook. I've since found this. It's been very popular with my students. In fact, about a year or so ago, after I had been using it for a couple, Google Apps bought into it and added it as one of their free apps in their Google Apps package. I create all my online quizzes in here, store all the grades, and then I'm able to just go online through this and individually enter the grades into our own course system. But this was the last thing that kept me in Blackboard, and when I found this, fell in love with it, especially the online grade creator, and then have been totally free of Blackboard once I found InGrade. Facebook, we have private pages in Facebook. Okay, so for this particular class, we are looking for my private page for the 800. I'm sorry, the 955 school plan. There it is all along. And then what you see here is a private page just for those students. They post videos, comments, different things. And then finally, we also use a product called Flash Meetings, which is video conferencing with up to 30 people. You can see that I've got 3 set up for this particular semester. And then just some additional links that I found that were pertinent to this particular course. As we continue to look at the Ning site, the comparison between this and Blackboard is you don't have the social element. 25 of my students at a time can peer over in this window. I've got it set up for birthdays. We do blog in this environment in a forum format. This rotates. I can grandfather these in. The students are responsible for creating videos and loading them here. These are voice threads. We'll click here and you'll see several of those that have been done. Let's go look at the forums, as we mentioned earlier. Several of those that relate to the chapter. Uh, as you can see, my picture, anytime I post one, my picture is there. Another advantage of using this is you see the pictures of the students when they make their posts. It's very intuitive, very easy. Let's go take a quick look at the options. Not a lot of HTML programming language. You can set up your tabs as I have right here. Put my hot links in them, and that's what you see that drops down from the top. You also have your features layout, or you can remove some of these things. Anything with a lock on it, that's the pay for version. RS feeds, toolbox, description, all those things. Activity, if you want to keep track of how often your students and you want them to be able to see, all you have to do is you can drag that here and then save and then go back to home. Except I clicked on forum. Home, and then you have the activities listed here, and you can tell it how many activities you want displayed at a time. Let's just say 4. Let's change that from detailed viewed to titles only. It'll shrink it down. And then this helps me see when people have loaded different things onto the site. The only bad thing about it really for this, on this side of the Ning site, is it does increase your length. Try to keep everything at a point where students don't have to scroll. Nobody has even mentioned this, so I'm going to go back in and I'm going to remove it because I don't like it. And it's really easy to remove things. You drag them over here and save. And that is how I have taken the premises of social networking site and added some unique tools and created this personal learning experience. My students absolutely love it.